Hi everyone, Carolsiddall here with journaldreamworld. I have finished my design team journal for Creating with Jovi. I will have her links to her Etsy and her YouTube in the description box when I get finished with this flip-through. So what I'm going to do, it took a while to make this puppy. Had a lot going on, had things, my ex, who is allergic to bees, got stung by bees and went to the hospital, and then found out while he was at the hospital that he had 4 arteries blocked in his heart and had to have a quadruple bypass. So it's just been like one thing after another, because we're still friends and we had him staying with us for a while. So my space, in order to make this flip through, needed to have that back so I could do this for you. This journal, it's an alligator mouth. As you can see, it is 2 signatures, but 2 very big signatures. Let me see, if I remember right, it is 96 pages. I will make sure that that's in the description, exactly how many. There's the side of it. And let me get the ribbon off. It's beautiful pink satin ribbon. And this is the cover. Everything has beauty, and is that a fly? Sorry, got distracted. This was for her digi kit called Ferns Roses, and it's an echo print. Beautiful, beautiful papers. I cannot tell you how pretty they were. You just have to see them. You have to order them, you have to get them, because they are really gorgeous. So I'm going to do a flip through, and hopefully you will enjoy this and see the beauty in it that I saw. I made my own ephemera because that particular kit did not have ephemera. So she gave me permission to create my own. So let's get started here. So everything has beauty. That's what I titled this journal. And this is a card, and I put this on here, like I have these doilies and they're square, and I just cut some out. And this has glossy accents on it, the rose does. And this was actually printed using one of her digi prints on material. So we have that. And then I made the ribbons. I put I pleated some tie-dyed, oh good grief, coffee dyed muslin, and then I put the little lace ribbon down it. So that was a lot of fun. I love doing stuff like that. So we're going to get started on this. Hope I'm centered and in here. Let me see if I can come in a little bit closer. There we go. There we go. I think I'm good. Okay, so I'm going to start. This is the first page, and it has a book. This book belongs to. This is a vintage napkin that I just cut off the edges and put it in here. And this material is vintage cloth, like a vintage linen. It's just so soft. Oy. This is coffee dyed muslin, and I stamped on it. It goes all the way across to make 2 pockets. So we've got this pocket. So, and I'm going to try not to do too much talking, just so you can look at it. I'm just going to pick up on certain things that probably aren't showing through on the video. Like this has also got what did I put on here? Glossy accents. Couldn't think of the word. Couldn't get the word glossy out of my mouth. Okay, here we've got this pretty little tag here. And that's on some cardboard. I thought she was so cute. And I'm very eclectic. I tend to mix and match things, you know, vintage with modern. And you'll see that there are some modern designs in this. This is her paper in the background. This is not from anybody's kit. This is from a company that sends me emails, and they send like prints that they're doing, like their test prints, and I can use them for my own use. So I'm not breaking any copyright laws here. But I just thought it was really pretty because it looked like it had, you know, a fern. And it's kind of a little modern looking. So, a lot of ferns and roses. A lot of ferns and roses in here. We've got this. And I did this, author is Silly Soul. And the title's Artsy Journal. I had fun with that. This is a little booklet with her 2 of her fern prints in there. And just collaged on that. Little tag there. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love this page so much I didn't want to put anything on it. Look at that leaf. Look how well she did that rose leaf in there and got the color out. And here's a little bunny rabbit. And he's stamped on here, and I just layer on fern washi. So, and then here's this. These are actually stickers. So these do come out stickers. Here's I stamped on this little guest check. Okay. And this was done by Paper Baker Creations. So pretty. Had fun with this. I've been trying to figure out ways to use my brads. And I put a brad and took out the prongs and then glued this on top of another brad, and then a couple, these are circles that I punched out, and then I put the picture of the rose on top of it. So it came out really cute. And then here is this. Butterflies. And it has ferns and horsetails, some information on the back. Here is a belly band, and that's her material. The background is not, that's another person's. But like I said, you cannot get these other ones. They are not anybody that's on Etsy. Jovi did such a good job on her prints. Sorry, there's a little bug flying around here. He's driving me crazy. And here's another one. You can see the rosebuds in there. It's just, I don't know if the colors are coming through, but there's dark pinks and light pinks and a little bit of brown that makes it look like there's lavender in there coming through. And then this is just made from a magazine. Put that in there. You can see it's got little hearts on it. This is just a magazine cut out. Place to write. This one's got more of the lavender in it, and you can see the different leaves. I really enjoyed doing this. It was unique and different, and I really enjoyed pulling out the beauty of it. I just really loved that. This is a tag, again, another brad. Little cluster here. We'll make this pretty little tag. This is from that other company, one of their prints. This is just more journal cards and a magazine print. The forest and all the ferns, obviously the Northwest. This is a vintage invitation. I don't know if it said it doesn't say what year, but they're definitely vintage. I found them in an antique store. Seek Stillness. There's that. And here's a beautiful fabric flip, and I hope you can see the lavender in here. The deep purples in here, and then the light lavender, and then it gets darker and lighter. It's just it's just stunning. And it can be a background for anything. And then I made a fabric flip. I stamped on the fern on this little piece, and I put book corners on the fabric, kind of helps hold it down. That was fun to do. It was something new. I'd never done that before. Here we have a couple journal cards, a tag here with some pretty black beaded like lacy material. I put on a butterfly, and that's a brad again. I layered up some washi stickers. I love to layer them. And that goes in there. And here we've got a big, this is a big, the background is coffee dye paper, and there's nothing on it. I left it blank. I left several of these sheets blank just for people to write on, so there's room for that. And this is actually a bag, and it has, I might as well show you guys. Since this is a flip through, get off these little, I've got little things in here, little tiny pictures. A mushroom called Hope. And then it's got a big tag in here, make yourself proud. And then I fussy cut the flowers and made it look like she's holding the flowers. That was fun to do. And then the gold trim, I got it the same place I got that black trim. Okay, so, my arthritis in my hands. I think I've got carpal tunnel on top of everything else, but I'm just ignoring it right now. Oh, this was on here. There we go. Pretty little tag. You can put that anywhere you want. It's got the bunny rabbit down here. And again, I stamped and added a fern sticker and then the bird. Here's another piece of the pink print that she did. Just so pretty. Look how this floral pops on that. Oh, so pretty. And then this is the center of the fur signature. And this is a tag I made. I stamped on a piece of, I think this was old tablecloth, and I just cut it out, stamped on it, and then I took different materials, strips, and did it on the tag, and put the heart on. I just love that heart, and did the four corners. Trying to find different uses for my materials. And I thought, you know, these book corners are so pretty. I got a whole box of them in gold, silver, bronze, brown. And I'm like, you know, I'd have to make 1,000 books to use all these. So I'm just trying to find different ways to use them. And then here is this pretty little Find Your Fire. And it's little fairies in it. And they all coordinate with the material here. And this back, there is a little gnat in here. He's driving me crazy. This is one of her washies, one of her digis in here. She's got, the colors in there are lavenders and pinks and browns and beiges and greens and light greens. It's just a multitude of colors. Here's another one that's got lavenders and fades off to almost like a very, very pale lavender. And this is one of my little clusters, again with the brads, that I just put together from little scraps. And this is a brad also, little key. I thought it looked cute on there. Here we go with this is this. And this I just layered some Aida cloth. For those of you who cross stitch, you know what Aida cloth is. It's what you cross stitch on. So, and then I put on a washi sticker, and this is a cigar advertisement, and I actually put a piece of scrap paper behind it. And I have a whale tail punch. I was lucky enough to get one of those a long time ago. And I like to, you know, punch out what kind of theme I'm using. And just different, I put this all on here. Here's the material, and I just added this. Why not, right? And here's a little booklet. Just write what you want in there. It's got the mushrooms and some pretty paper. That's hers. More of the pink. So pretty. I don't know if the pink flowers, roses made it pink, or if she avocado dyed. I'm not sure how she did that. That's one thing I have not done. I've done coffee dyeing, but I haven't ever done like different colors. Here we got this, and a little rose down here. Okay, now here is one of her pages is really that lavender. Oh, it's gorgeous. Isn't it just gorgeous? And I had found lavender lined paper and just put it in here to be written on, waiting for somebody to tell their story and put it in here. And free spirit. I just like those feathers. Here is another picture, and this has got something in it. I'm not going to pull it all out, but it says it's all perspective. Okay, look at this. Look at the ferns that she did. And there is pink running all the way through this. The pink and the green. I love pink and green together. And I just thought this is just beautiful. It's just kind of magical to me how well she did that. More ferns. And more of the butterfly page. And this is with a little tuck where I stamped on some material there. And this is hers, and look how dark this purple is. And you've got the browns with just a hint of like a dark green in it. And then this, I used different pattern papers. That's a strip of hers that came off of here. And this have a little journal card in there. And this is a vintage cigarette card, that pink rose on it. And I just put on the material. More ferns. This is one of her fern prints, and I stamped a fern on it, and I did it in the green and the pink. Did half of it in green, half of it in pink. And then got the rose topper, and again, another brad. Get out those brads, people. Get out those brads and use them. Pretty little rose, and this was just different pieces of paper I put together. Like I said, I'm very eclectic. I'm not all matchy-matchy, but somehow it works. Here's, again, another pink page, because you can see this one has more brown in it. It just makes the pink pop. And I did this beautiful stamp that I have of this fairy lady. And this is just a little watercolor card. A little pink bird on a piece of cardstock. I've had that forever. I don't even know. I found it in this old stash. This is this. This is a large journal card. This is actually wrapping paper that I've had. I've got a huge sheet of it, added the butterfly and the little fairies down here and the ferns and flowers. And you know, like I said, I love to layer my washi flowers and ferns. You really get a lot of depth. It looks like she's standing behind the flowers over here. You just put it down and just layer one on top of the other, you know, get them on there good, and you get this really pretty effect. So, or put them on singly, however you choose to do it. But they're stickers, so I got them on there. This was just a fussy cut, and this is a stencil that I did on here. Okay, that's just so like dramatic. It's just dramatic to me. You've got the black, you've got the white rose petals, and more of the rose flower over here. And this just looks like little stars to me everywhere, but it's pieces of the flower. And you go from pinks to almost a red over here. And I'll tell you, those came out so well, Jovi. I cannot even tell you how beautiful it all is. Here's another little card. This is a little journal card. Just a couple things stuck on it. Put this back in here. Here is another fern that's in there, and you see, look at the greens. You know, when I looked at that, I almost, because I grew up I grew up in Cuba, so you got that beautiful water down there, and there's places in like little inlets and stuff that the water does look green, but it's so pretty. It's this soft mossy green, and that's what that almost made me think of, like waves in the water. Okay, maybe that's my imagination. Y'all ain't seeing the same thing I'm seeing, but that's okay. That's okay. And then the beautiful, look how detailed the fern is. And this is just stuck here. It's not a pocket. And then here's another one that's really got a lot of the browns and some yellow. Look at how the yellow came out here. Look how beautiful these are. And I put this little coffee tag here because I thought it was just so cute. So good job, Jovi. Good job. And this is just got one of those little pieces of paper and a little vintage piece of paper. There's the fern in there. So put that in there. And this has just got, this is a fussy cut for you to put wherever you want to put it. And, oh, a little something stuck on there. And this was from a magazine. I just love the colors in it. This was a mushroom stamp I have, and I just went in and colored, watercolored the mushrooms. Some paper here. These are vintage. I think there's 2 or 3 of them in here. Ferns, and these are from 1978 is when these cards came out. I had so many of those in my old apartment. And then another, I put the ferns here. I shrunk it down, put them here. Another collaged, pretty little pocket there. This, I just stuck one of these small pieces of paper I have, and then put a washi sticker on top of it. And look at, that's her print. And look at the colors in it. I just don't think the colors that are in the papers translate on the video. I'm not sure. You know, I'm gonna go back and look at it, of course, just to make sure. But it just leaves me speechless how well she did this. And I print on all my, like Gail Augustinelli, I print all my digi kits on matte presentation paper. That little gnat is gonna drive me bonkers. Matte presentation paper, everything, the colors pop. That paper's made to do that. It's so different than when you print something out on copier paper. It's worth every penny. I've had so many people ask me, how do you get your prints to look so pretty? And it's just the paper I'm using to print them on. So there's that. Here's this. It almost looks like a sun. Look at how she got that yellow, and my little friend, and that to go on the pinks and the lavenders. And this has this pink edging on it. Again, gorgeous, gorgeous. And here, oh, here's another one of those cards with the ferns on it. Vintage cards. I remember my mom had all these kind of stuff. And I just did a little stamp here and put it on a piece of her stuff. And then here's a little bird on one of her pages. I thought it was so pretty. And I used green because I love pink and green with the roses on it. Okay, and then here is, I just, that's a die cut, and then I did a fussy cut on top of the die cut on top of one of her prints. So you've got the greens. Look at this goes from light to dark. Okay. And then here is the tag I made. I did the fairy sticker up here and fairy sticker down here. So it looks like she's actually sitting on the ledge of this little outcrop here. Like her and the baby are sitting on it. It's fun. They're fun to use. And of course, here's some woods with lots of ferns in it. Okay. And there's some ferns. And then this one is kind of like, these are the two most girly girl pages. And I'm not really a girly girl. I'm not. I'm a tomboy girl. I grew up tomboy. I don't wear makeup. I don't, it's just something I just never had. I had horses growing up. I was always riding my horses and doing things like that. So I've just always been a tomboy, but I just wanted with these papers to do something girly. So I let my girly out. I let my girly just hang out. So here is this page. And you can see I just layered the ferns and the rose stickers on there. It says, go where your heart takes you on the paper. And this pretty pocket, and this, actually I put a little something under there so it's raised up in the middle. I just put that bouquet on all these roses with the beautiful ballerina. I just love that. Just love that. I love how it came out. And then this is on that beautiful pop of pink. This was there's different variation colors of pink and greens in her digi-kit. And this, I think, was the pinkest pink one. And this is a napkin that I had, and I just folded it up, put some matte Mod Podge over it, and turned it into a pocket. It has some pink lace, a little sticker here. There's a sticker stamp up here. And then I did, this is just an old journal card that I had. I cut out some pretty corners on it. So you have that. Then this is a Tim Holtz lady. And I added some little dots, like liquid pearls to the page. It says beautiful, and some of that pink material behind. I just thought it came out really pretty. This is just a scrap of something. I don't know how to scrap. And then these are, obviously they're tickets, but they're also, oh my God, I'm losing my brain. They're stickers, sticker tickets. So you kind of do whatever you want with those. So I just thought that's pretty. And those two together I thought were gorgeous. And here's, this has got kind of flowers and ferns on it. And I just put a little flower on it. This is, I stamped on, this is wallpaper behind it. This was a scrap that I had and I just stamped on it. And then this is a piece of vellum and this has the squares on it. And I stamped on it and then added the two little roses in the corner. And that's that one. There's the other side of that rose. Isn't that pretty? The ferns were on the other side. Ferns and roses. Left this blank on purpose for writing. There's butterflies and roses. And I love how these guys look like they're in the nest. And you can actually take these out, put them where you want. They're little Tim Holtz people. And I put the nest there. If I thought about it, I would have slit a hole and slid them down in. Afterwards, it was too late. I already had it glued on. But it still looks cute. And then a little bird journal card with the ferns all over it. This is on a, I did this on a library card. Here's some more of her beautiful prints on this. Here is some more fern. A lot more pink right at the top and the greens. I just love looking at that. Here is, oh, I've got to find my tag. I made a tag for this. I got to find it. And in the side pocket, faith, family, and friends, just a little card that you can write in. I don't know what year these came out. Years ago, a friend gave me a box of them, and I just love it. So I will find the tag that I made for this. This journal is going to be for sale, and I will note that in the description box also. This is a flip out, ferns from spores, and then on this side, I made a little, this is a rusted prong holder. I don't know what the official name is for those. Miracles happen when you believe. You can go where your heart takes you. And I took her papers and made a little notebook of different pieces of her paper. I thought this is like a little mini collection of her prints. Look at that lavender and that and the purple. So you've got that. Then over here is just another little card. I stamped on it and it says Discover. Pulls back down, and here we've got, this was a scrap I had and I put the deer on here. Another one of her echo prints. Put the little fern picture. Here's definitely ferns. These pictures like this with the ferns so reminds me of Alaska. In the summer, it looks like this, like the Pacific Northwest. It's so pretty. There's another picture for prints. Another card, lots of blank writing space. And another one, I just left this blank. So you can add your own pictures, you can do what you want. Same thing here. Be pretty fairies on here or something. This is blank. I left this blank. These are all left blank on purpose. This is one of those prints. And like I said, it's kind of mixing like modern prints with vintage. And how you can just mix them if you've got the right color palettes. It's so easy. Here's some more stickers, and I actually stamped these on here. Mail art received in urgent. So those are stickers. You can cut them apart and use them. And then this is a by NC Smith. Not sure who that is. it looks like a little watercolor butterfly. And I've had these forever. I had a little, you know, a little booklet like you get from Hobby Lobby, has different things in it. So there's that. Of course, on her, one of her digitals. This is Live and Dream, and here's one of my collage dangles. You've got this beautiful pendant piece. It's got this bird. This is vintage. I don't know. I pick up things like this when I see them in secondhand stores, and I just thought it looked so pretty on here with all this pink. So that's where it's going to live for now. And this, and here he's measuring the tree. I mean, look how little he is compared to the trunk. I'm thinking it's a redwood. I'm not sure, but there's lots of ferns going on. And then we have this pretty little picture here with a piece of vintage stationery. Of course, you can stick in there whatever you want. Ferns Roses. This is a paper clip that flips over the top. I've collaged on here. You can see that's all pieces of her, you can see that good, of her designs, and so is the front. You see how I collaged the different pieces? Be in love with your life. And I put this beautiful rose. But a lot of people, you know, when they make these, they do them and you slide them on, but you can't really do anything. I like to do mine one-sided so you can flip it up and actually write on it. Both sides, you can write on either side. And you can see that I collaged her prints on here. I mean, it still acts like an, you know, over the page paper clip, but just did a little something different there. This is pieces of vellum that I cut out with a circle punch. Added the brad and this cute little picture. It just was perfect for going in here. This I just left blank. It's brown with all these pinks and greens. And this is a little mini fabric flip. This is a piece of fabric that I don't know what, that I stamped on and then added different colors, and there you go. And butterfly. And then this is a beautiful card that I had, and I added this piece. It's glued on in the back, and then you've got this little card that has all these different kinds of ferns. Another one of her beautiful fern prints. And then we come to the back page, and we have this beautiful piece. It says, "You got this." A little collage here, her print, a fussy cut, and you can see that this is the carry through from the other side. I signed and dated it, and this is a little booklet that I made. This is from what's her name that does all the books. This is a different lady. I think it's called An English Woman's Diary, something like that. Is it? Oh my gosh, my brain's a little wacky today. So, and then we have the back. You can decorate the back if you want. So that is my Ferns and Roses design team journal of Jovi, Creating with Jovi, from her kits. And she has a ton of kits, and they are all so cute. I've already got the next one. It's a little farm one, and it is precious, absolutely precious. I'm excited to start on that. That will probably be my July, August. I'm kind of having to split it because of the medical stuff that came up. It was a little hard because we were dealing with a lot of things. We had a lot of things happen right in a row. My son-in-law's mother got very ill. She fell in her house, got really sick. She's starting to heal. We had that happen. Then his grandmother passed away. His mother got sick. And then my ex, my daughter's dad, got stung by the bees and then had the heart thing. So we've just been like bing, 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 bing. So I told everybody, stop. After I have my injection, which is no big deal, I go in there for 15 minutes. They put me to sleep, best nap ever, and put the injection, and then I'm out the same day, like within a half an hour. So it just doesn't bother me. But this is a beautiful, and I've got this beautiful pink ribbon tie. So I hope you enjoyed my flip through. If you would like, subscribe to my channel and leave a message if you'd like, or a comment. I really appreciate that. Makes my day when y'all do that. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this, and go to Creating with Jovi's Etsy. It will be in my description box. And look at all her other ones too. She's got beautiful, beautiful designs. Lots of fun stuff. So take care. God bless everybody, and peace out.